Alright, chat. So,
I decided to comment here. I was sitting in bed and watching these videos, hitting a little bit of and I was scrolling through Jack Doherty's videos. And sorry, Jack. This is a while back ago. It was like 10 months ago or something like that. This is posted. This is a fight between Jack Doherty and McKinley.
now, ever since.
After this video, he been getting in trouble, being hated on the internet. So I'm gonna play this for you guys and have you guys watch this. You can hear fighting between it. Now the story goes on with this incident before this happened. I guess Jack Doherty was supposed to be at a meeting with his employers, I know his YouTube people, what they gotta do, or some kind. He goes to all kinds of meetings. He's famous, but he went somewhere for a long period of time. Supposed to be a long period of time. Got done early, and his story is he walked in on McKinley cheating. But their friend is saying on the body cam, I'm about to show you that he put his hands on her, and she left that night to go back to his to no the next day or the next night to go get her stuff from. Hold on, chat.
Alright, chat. I'm back. Sorry, something.
Okay, touch me. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys the footage of this. It's pretty. I mean, audio. There's no audio for 30 seconds before the video starts. There's no audio, so I'll talk to you guys, explain more about it, and then once the audio does start going, I'll pick up the camera and record it. So, here we go. So on March 24th, 2025. This was last year at 9 p.m. So get it. Is it nighttime? David police were called. They were called to YouTuber Jack Doherty's Florida residence. McKinley Richardson Jack's ex-girlfriend called them his body cam footage video from too long. So, like I said, no audio for 30 seconds. It will show that on the bottom. No audio for 30 seconds, right? But I'm going to talk to you guys more before the audio pick up. But Jack Doherty and McKinley were dating. Something happened. I don't know the whole story of her side. I mean, there might be some more audio. Audio will cut out again, and then pick back up. So, right here, the audio just picked up.
Oh, are you not here after we called?
You are, but we're just asked to stand by to put some stuff on.
Yeah. He got violent.
So they're saying domestic violence.
She came to my house. I'm an old friend of his. But she's right there in a different car, waiting. Yeah. If he were to see my car, it would have escalated things. So I hid here. She's there with her friend in a car, in a Nissan that he's never seen before. So I told
who's she and he and who are all these people?
McKinley.
Okay. That's who they call it.
Yes. Yeah, McKinley. She's right there. She's in a car next to the house that the call is for. But we were told Dodge Street. But they're right there. Yeah, we're waiting for them.
So you're friends with McKinley?
Yes. He drove her here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm an old friend of Jack's, who's the person that is her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
McKinley was staying at our house, and so we drove her here. If he saw us, it would have made it worse. So her other friend is with McKinley right now.
Who's the other person?
Who's the other friend?
Jean. Her name's Jean.
No, who's the other person who's going to his house with?
Jack Doherty.
So she's going to his house to get some of her
her car and all of her belongings. He locked the door and has threatening text messages that he wants to punch her in the face, that he's going to destroy her shit. So I was like, it'd be good just to have you guys there just in case anything happened.
Is she living there?
Mm-hmm.
For how long?
A year. They've been there for 2 years. Yeah. 2 years now, I think.
and then she has her address.
I don't think so. Her home base is in
Florida
Nevada.
address is here.
She doesn't have a Florida ID.
Her ID, yeah.
Oh, she got a
Yeah,
yes,
she's
it's
been here,
Oh, so she's right next door?
She's in that piece.
All right, we'll go talk to her. Well, he's gonna see us at one point. We gotta go knock on his door.
But plus, guys, Jack Doherty is the most hated person on the internet. People are saying he deserves to go to jail and everything. Ever since this video, he just ever started hating him. I mean, the Island Boys, if you know some videos with Jack Doherty, the Island Boys showed up after this. I don't know if they felt bad for Jack or whatever, but my eyes in this video, Jack's the person that should be. I mean, you'll just see. Then McKinley, you can even see by her face, kind of like a little bit, she's upset.
I'm not really worried about like I have guys that are like.
You see her face that she's probably been crying.
Get like everything that's mine and like.
Wait, do you live here?
Yeah, I live here with my boyfriend who's coming out right now.
Okay.
Like I haven't seen him.
Is your address registered to this address and everything?
Yeah, my ID is.
Okay. How long have you been living here?
About a year, 2 years. Sorry, I'm just like. I do.
Watch this chat. I mean, this stuff is really bad. I don't know why Jack did this shit, but you know, it's Jack. There's more. I'm gonna show you guys another video too after this video. Another audio cuts out in a minute, so the audio cuts out in a minute. I'm gonna go back where I was standing and talk to you guys more about it, and maybe the audio will pick up again. I do not know.
We'll explain to you in 1 second. Or.
So now he's over there talking to McKinley, which I don't know why he's doing that right with the cop was standing right there.
Bro, what are you doing?
Listen,
What the fuck are you doing?
Listen,
I'm getting.
Why do you have to make it be like
It's
this?
blurred out for obvious reasons, chat.
excuse me.
After all, nah.
Excuse me. She wants to get some stuff from your house or from her house, which she has every right to do, and all she wants to do is leave after that.
Bro.
Nice and peaceful. Not a big deal. Nobody's in trouble. She
They're
just
blurring
wants to
out
get some
that because
stuff
let's
and
play.
be gone. Okay?
What the fuck is happening?
Of course, you guys, security guard there always. He's not very good doing YouTube, man. I mean, he's on YouTube, bro, but he's making money, man. But people are. There's so many comments saying he deserves 7 years in jail, which he's facing a lot of charges. He just got arrested a day ago. Like, come on, bro. He forced some guy to yell jackass at a golf tournament, and now he's can't go in PGA tournaments anymore. I'm like, dude, you just got out of jail, man, like a few months ago. Now you're starting to say shit. He never learns.
Yes, you wouldn't answer. You called the cops before you called me up your time. Are you kidding me? How the fuck are you doing that? That's it, bro. That's all I did. Yeah, but I did. I just wanted to talk to you. That's it. You wouldn't answer me, bro. Are you fucking kidding me?
Bro. Alright, so audio cut out, like I said. It's probably gonna cut out. I don't know how long it's gonna cut out for. But yeah, you can just see right there. He's already still fighting with her when the cops are there. That's what I'm saying, guys. Jack doesn't think before he does shit. He does not think before he does shit. Guys, now, I don't know what the real thing is. I mean, if you come home and your girlfriend's cheating, man, yeah, you're ready to get mad, man. But kick her out, bro. Don't put your hands on your girl. Even if she's not your girl, don't put your hands on a woman no matter what. If it is your girl, it's not your girl, you don't put your hands on woman.
Now, no one's putting
But anybody. I don't care if you're a guy or a girl. You don't put your hands on anybody. Because, you know, just because you're a girl and you hit a guy, you can still go to jail because that's still domestic violence. Like this. Now, he put his hands on her. Now, if you're a guy and put hands on a girl, you're done regardless. But if she hits you first, she's done. It doesn't. It's just like you don't hit each other. And if you need to work something out, you work something out or you leave. And if he touches you, if he tries to stop making that leave, then that's called hostage. I'm pretty sure that's called hostage.
I think the audio will pick back.
Good, but still don't win.
So we'll just see how this works.
But yeah, join live chat at the live. I mean, we're gonna see some pretty cool videos of this kid, Jack Doherty.
Right now, I'm nothing really to see. Just like
blur. Pretty much all we're seeing right now until audio picks back up. Maybe we can hear something. But I think they're blurred out for obvious reasons, and maybe they're saying some stuff that they don't want us to hear. But this is red and blue cam. So this is the cops' cam. They released this footage on YouTube. Pretty heroic. Man, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. I mean, cops, I don't know if they're allowed to do this shit. Release footage like this. I mean, I don't know. Can cops release footage like this on YouTube? I'm personally can get in trouble for this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you get arrested for that or not. I don't know. I'm in trouble for that at least. No, hit the czar chat. But yeah. These videos will be crazy, chat. The other videos won't have this long of audio pause. Because it's not have that long of audio pause because most of the videos are more realistic. I'm gonna try to show the video of him just getting arrested. If you guys seen that, go follow my TikTok, go see that video, it's on there. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube too. Me talking about Jack Doherty arrested. I don't know why they cut that out about this part. Hopefully the audio comes back up. But how long the video is. I can rewind it and see if they start put the audio back up. I don't know if they're probably not gonna put the audio back on. So, I mean, no, this house is big. There we go.
Do that. How do you be able to someone that's done fucking everything more than anyone this whole entire planet has done for you? Like, how the fuck do you do that? It's mind-boggling. It's so fake. You're not even trying to, like, talk to you.
But chat, this is like... Alright, I'll look that out again because they're going to the house. I don't know why they cut the audio in this house, so let's go to where they actually start talking again. I thought you see them probably arguing. I'm gonna try to see if they show some more. I don't know why they had to cut the audio, man. Best part, brother.
You know how I feel. You're still doing this. I can't believe how I'm feeling. Like, what the fuck, McKinley? Like, why do you make me feel like this? You have such a good fucking life here. And you're doing this. Like, what the fuck? I really can't believe you, bro.
Man, guys, you agree Jack's being a jerk right now.
We'll just load up everything in the car. Well, on the other side of the driveway there, so. And then when it comes down to it, we'll move the car.
I think she went to go stay with the girl they're talking to first. I think she went to go stay with her. I don't know because she was living with Jack Doherty, and I just saw a few days ago that she not a few days ago, like months ago. I don't know. They must be his friend, but she was out on a date at Disneyland with another guy. I mean, he got another girl like a few months after they broke up. Looks just like McKinley. I know, once again, I don't know why he keeps cutting chat. Where's the more? The next video that I put up here, chat, it's going to be a lot better with no audio be cutting out. Just start putting up that right over here.
I don't know if I'm blocking the car. You're saying that a police car is blocking?
Yeah, we're just gonna get my car and her keys. So her car is in my car too.
I mean, Jack, man, he's just not. I mean, everybody.
Jane, I'm gonna move my car so she can pull in the car.
Jack, man. I mean, this was 10 months ago. I mean, people still remember this shit. I mean, they didn't post it. I mean, they posted 10 months ago, but this could be a while back ago. You know? I mean, this has like almost like a K, like 31K views, something like this. Man, this doesn't have a million yet. I think it had like 135K, something like that. I mean, this is Jack Doherty and McKinley incident on a body cam. What happened? And it's just like, it's dumb. Like, I don't know why Jack would do this shit. I've been living with her for 2 years, and you shoot like garbage right now. You know, I heard why the cops are there. The cops can fucking handcuff you and make you handcuff because they can to swing back in the cop car. Why the person's getting their stuff out of that house?
All the way in. She's got a lot of stuff, so I'm not staying here forever.
So, I think Jack is in the wrong. I think he always been in the wrong for this video, but the other video I'm gonna show you, he's really in the wrong. Really in the wrong. Next video I show you, you're gonna tell him, you're gonna say, damn, he is. Yeah, you'll see next video, chat. That white car right there is McKinley's car, I think.
Where'd she go?
That's what we're trying to find the keys.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's McKinley right there on the ground looking for a key for the car.
Friend's car and go back to your car later?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright. Make it easier.
Yeah. I have the second pair of keys in there. Am I able to get that or
Sure.
really quick?
Alright, so I'll probably cut out again because we went to the house. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I'll cut that again, so let's fast forward. I'm not gonna lie, that Cybertruck with lights under it looks clean. But still, he's in the wrong for this video.
There's no room in there.
Who's this girl? That girl that's walking in the house, wonder who that is. But man, he has so many OnlyFans girls staying there and everything, bro. And there's a broadcast of McKinley saying that Jack Doherty forced her into OnlyFans. So I'll try to find out too, chat.
Guys, look, McKinley called the cops on me. She used me for the past 2 years, but I thought the time would come one day. And here it is. She just had to call the cops on me and have a conversation with me. Crazy.
I guess Jack Doherty told her she couldn't stay there unless she did OnlyFans with him. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going around about this. There's broadcasts all over the internet.
Yep.
I'll try to find one.
Enjoy. Sure nobody will ever do what I've done for you.
Are you ready?
My ID.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much.
That's a good reminder.
I've done more for this girl than I've done my own fucking mother. And she decided to call the cops on me instead of have a conversation with me, which is insane. This whole thing started because I wanted her to wake up early in the morning. I said, you need to wake up early in the morning.
Come over here and tell me what your phone number is.
Yep.
Alright, so the audio again, I don't know why. It might pick back up when it gets over here too. And from him, I guess they cut out for
Oh, yes. Sorry.
That's weird. $500,000 a month. And then today, we got one little argument. She swaps all her fucking passwords, takes everything I've done for her, and doesn't even try to have a conversation with me. Calls these fucking people on me. Yeah, right?
You're doing too much.
Anything, guys. Don't do anything for women. It's like this bitch got a fucking Maybach before she can even drive.
Bro.
And I live through life, you know? I fucking need this. This bitch will be at Starbucks, okay? Just kidding. Hope you have fun. Hope you
Watch out, Jack. She's gonna hit you. She will hit you.
You're good. You're good. Have a good night. Jack, have a good night. I'm sure.
Turn the wheel a little bit this way so you're not too much too close to that side.
Alright, so that's pretty much what happened with Jack McKinley. Now I'm going to show you the next video with him. Okay.
Alright, so this is gonna tell me a story that's
Truth about Jack Doherty. This is part 1.
Hi, we're Ken, and we're on a mission to change home insurance. We operate differently. The average customer who switches to Ken saves hundreds. Our quotes are designed to reflect real risk.
So that's the truth. I haven't seen this either,
He
chat.
was amazing. And I want people to know that like he was so different in the beginning.
The first time you're seeing this lifestyle that he's showing you, the clubbing, the partying, the yacht, the everything, and then
It was a lot different behind closed doors.
that was the beginning of the end.
fucking called the cops on me in my own fucking house. I can't believe I dated that bitch for the past 2 years, bro.
That is the tactic he used on you throughout the entire relationship.
Yo, it's like your tears went right between your tits. Look at that.
What happened to the guy that made me feel safe in the beginning?
When was the beginning of the end? Like, when did everything
This
change?
is crazy, chat.
As you guys can see
From the intro of this video, this is not like one of my regular podcasts. Before we start this podcast, I do want to say there will be no monetization off of this podcast. There will be no AdSense. I do not want to make a dime off of McKinley's story. It is not my story to tell. I will not be speaking for a lot of this podcast because I feel as if it's not my place to speak. And we will be partnering with an organization to be able to help women who don't have the resources to help themselves. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to one of my bestest friends in the whole wide world, Miss McKinley Richardson.
Hello.
As you guys can see from the title of the video, this will be about your past relationship with Mr. Jack Doherty. And I want to give you the opportunity to be able to completely tell your truth and your story. And I just want to say, like, I'm beyond, grateful
This is
that
some
you are
crazy
willing to come on my
shit,
podcast and
chat.
share it with everybody. And I want you to know that I love you so much.
I love you.
And don't make me cry. So.
I know I'm already.
But let's start
Maybe
at the
see that
beginning.
one better, chat.
How did you meet him? How did you meet Jack Doherty?
So I was living part-time in Vegas and LA as well. I was doing work, modeling, and I loved social media because I moved around my entire life.
social media was my avenue of making friends, and I had many friends in LA. One of them being Sam Frank, who is mutual friends, with Jack.
Yeah.
Sam Frank actually dated
So
Jack back
we
in
ended
the
up
day,
talking. I
like
was
back
in
when
a
he
very
was like
vulnerable
young.
state. At this time, I didn't have a lot of friends because I had just moved to Vegas, and I went to high school in Seattle, so I knew nobody. So social media was my avenue, like fully. I had nothing else other than that, and she was kind enough to let me into her apartment and stay
This
at her
is in LA?
place. This is in LA.
Okay.
Yeah. I was making money. I was, brand deals very wishy-washy. I would
Right.
have, a day where I would make $1,000, and then, other days it would be lower. And I had, some sort of independence, but it was still something I was working towards. Social media was something that I've always been passionate about. When I was little, I was always filming videos. I was creating skits. My brother and my family were always in my little movies I made. So this was something I was extremely passionate about. So being there, I was
This
working. I was
this is
modeling for
McKinley's
brands.
story
I was
of
working
what of
with
her side what
different
happened.
photographers, and she ends up coming back to her apartment. She was out of town at the time when I was staying. And she came in and she basically told me, hey, my friends from Florida are in LA, and they were wondering if you would like to film a social media video. At the time, I didn't know who Jack was. I didn't know who any of them were. But I took that as an opportunity. I was like, you know what, like, I'll film a little video, like, sounds fun. I ended up going to the house that they were staying in the hills, and they were very inviting. I mean, the girls, they were there and they were talking to me. His employees were talking to me, but Jack wasn't really, involved in any of our conversations. He was more so, when I remember him in LA, he was just in his phone constantly, separated from everybody. But like, I loved the people around him, and they were very, very inviting. I had great conversations with them, so I was having a good time. The videos that we filmed were quick and easy. At the time, I also didn't really understand the whole like OnlyFans aspect of it. I assumed, people have their content houses, and that was something that was very popular at that time, especially. So I was assuming, this is a group of people. They're from Florida, and they're having so much fun, like as friends. They film videos together. That's their way of making their income. Until I realized that the way they did make their money was through OnlyFans, and that was something that I didn't judge them for. I was, aware that they were doing that, but that was something I knew that I didn't want to do for myself. So, my parents were worried about me involving myself with people that, do that, because you are who you surround yourself with. And like at that time, my parents, I'm from Georgia, so very conservative. I grew up conservative. I grew up in church, so that was something that would be brought to me through other social media managers. Even when I was underage, I was 16, yeah, and I would have certain social media managers and people talk to me about not OnlyFans, but different types of platforms that I could post on and get away with it when I was younger. So that was something I was very
good.
and negative opinions. I didn't want to do it. So I told my parents, I was like, don't worry about it. Like, I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm not that type of person that's like, oh, I'm gonna do this and then do this completely different thing. I was very, that's just how I felt about it. But his employees, they would come up to me while I was there, and they said, hey, would you ever do OnlyFans? Like, you would kill it. And I was like, no, absolutely not. That's something I promised myself I wouldn't do, no matter the amount of money, nothing. I just wouldn't do it.
Sorry, so were his employees, like, were all the girls that were hanging out there, like Sam, and I don't know, maybe
Sam, Grace, and Michelle
were they
there.
So they made it clear that they managed these girls, or they?
So Grace was his
Not
ex.
to me. It was
when he
very
lived
like
back in
unspoken,
Miami.
but like I kind of put the pieces together when I was there. I was just kind of like assuming that they had OnlyFans girls that were friends with them and that they filmed with them, not that they were involved in making money with them. I didn't know anything about that at the time, especially like OnlyFans management. I had no idea there was even a thing. Like, I thought you just made an OnlyFans and people with social media would make money, but I didn't know there was a whole back end of things. But instantly when I shut it down, the whole OnlyFans talk with his employees, I was like, just don't bring that up to me again. Even Sam, my friend at the time, was like, don't even like don't ask my friend those questions, because she knew how I was, and like she was like, that's actually offensive. Like, don't ask her anything about OnlyFans because she's not doing it. And they didn't ask me anymore, but they were like, well, let me know, like let me know if you want to. Again, at this time, I'm like, absolutely not. I ended up going back home to Vegas after that week of being there. I was hanging out with them every day for that week. I didn't stay at the house, but I was just hanging out with all of them. And they told me that they loved me and that they want me to come to Florida. I wanted to go, but at the time especially, it was tight. Like, I was like, I just went to LA. I spent a lot of money on Ubers, on food. Like, I remember telling them, like, I need to get my money up first. Like, I need to go home and work and just stay home, but maybe like one day I'll come to Florida, because they were very, very sweet to me. Like, the girls especially, I was like, oh my gosh, like finally I have like a good group of people around me. They're fun, they film videos, it's what I'm passionate about. Like, maybe we can like be a good friend group, because it was nothing like, usually you know how like people are in this industry, it's like they're not super inviting. Right. They're very like standoffish, and that was absolutely not the case with these people. I ended up going back home, and while I'm home in Vegas, I start getting texts, not from Jack, but the people that worked for him, like his cameraman and the girls especially. They would FaceTime me in the club and be like, you need to be here, like I miss you so much, like how are you, I miss you. And I remember telling my parents, I was like, these people are so sweet to me, like they're so nice, I want to go visit them. It was spring break, I had never been to Miami, I'd never been to this side, and I was excited because they just kept saying how much fun we would have, and I had never been to a bar or a club in my life, and I was 20 years old. So Jack ends up DMing me because I was telling them basically, you know, like I want to really bad, but I don't want to go down there and have to like, you know, figure out a way to eat, or like,
yeah, you knew it was going to be expensive.
I knew it was going to be expensive, and I also didn't really know what I was going to be walking into. I was like, I don't know where I'm going to stay. Like, I can't afford a place to stay. So I was asking, you know, Michelle, I was like, the only way I'm staying is if you're there and I'm staying in the same room as you, because I didn't want to go to a random house with random people being there. And I don't know, I was just uncomfortable, especially knowing, you know, the whole OnlyFans aspect of it. I was like, I would like a girl there to be with me, you know.
Especially given the last time guys asked you if you wanted to start an OnlyFans, so it was kind of like,
yeah,
when they're texting you, that goes on in your head, like, what?
Exactly.
The girl's also staying in the house. It's a valid question.
And that's what I was under the impression of, especially going to LA. I was like, there's such a tight knit group. I feel like they probably have a house all together and that they live together. So I texted Michelle. I basically just wanted to make sure that she would be at the house and that we could stay in the same room, because I didn't really know these people. I hung out with them for a week, but still, like, I just wanted to make sure the girl that I was talking to the most would be there, because, you know, I didn't want to be alone, especially in that space. But later on, I found out that when I had texted her that I wanted to stay with her, she sent that to Jack, and then Jack said, the only bed available is mine. But at this time, Jack and I were not even on talking terms. We didn't even have each other's phone number. This came out later on. One of his ex-employees that left him, he actually posted it. And I would have never known, like, he said that he was, like, interested in me sharing a bed with him after not even having, like, any conversation. Yeah.
So, basically, there's more to that video. But yeah, that's basically what happened to Jack. I don't think I'm watching, guys, so keep watching them.
nothing more important to us than being here for the folks on the Sun Coast. It's more than just where we live, it's our home, it's our heart, a place where we can come together to serve the greater good. Looking out for you and
Alright,
our
chat, so we're
community
gonna
is our
keep
job.
watching
It's
that.
what we do. Carl Reynolds Law, because injuries are personal.
And we'll just see what happens. I'm showing this because I feel like this is good to know that Jack is not the YouTuber he was.
First of all, one, who says that? Because you're not even like talking to the girl.
Right.
Two, why you found out through social media? Like, why wouldn't Michelle just tell you?
I don't know. There were many things, you know, I feel like I do ask myself certain things like why didn't people step in or say, hey, this happened? But also I do know like the power and control he has over people. So I honestly have no ill will towards anyone really in that house. And in that moment, you know, like I wouldn't have known his control over anybody because I wasn't involved in the situation. Like I didn't know the dynamics. I didn't know if he was close to Michelle. I didn't know, you know, if Michelle was closer to him than me. So
I mean, yeah, I guess she just met you, so I guess she didn't need to like owe you
Yeah.
anything. So what happened after? So you flew there.
I did. So I said that I couldn't afford to get there. So he ended up DMing me since he didn't have my phone number and I was in contact with the rest of the people in the house. He was like, do you really want to come to Florida? And I was like, I do, but I just, you know, I don't have the money. I don't have, you know, I want to, but I just feel like I can't right now. And then he told me I won't have to worry about anything at all, even like food. So, you know, I don't want to be that type of person to like be, you know, just dependent on somebody. But I also knew, you know, like I have money. I'm able to get myself Uber Eats if I need to. I'll just go for a week. And I told my parents I was going to go. They were worried. They really were because they were like, McKinley, you don't even know these people.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, trust me, like they're so sweet. They don't try to get me on OnlyFans. Like they just want me there. Now that I've left the situation and it's been so long, I now realize that I don't know if they were looking for true friends. And I think it was almost a business opportunity, you know, for me to start OnlyFans. And I don't want to think that.
See, she's saying here right now that the only reason that they flew her to Florida was to try to pursue her to do OnlyFans. You'll see more in here when she talks about how Jack forced her.
But that's not how I felt in that moment. I felt like these people genuinely cared about me, and that's what was really, I was gravitating towards that. So I end up, he buys me a plane ticket. I leave a few days after, and I get to Florida. It's my first time in Miami, and when I got to the house, there was only one person there, and it was a guy. And I had talked to him like a little bit previously, but it was nothing like what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting to walk into, you know, open arms and people excited to see me. And it wasn't that. It was just very confusing. And I was very uncomfortable with certain things that had happened. I don't really want to talk about that. But I was very uncomfortable. I distanced myself until someone got home. To the house because there were no girls there. Jack wasn't even there. It was his employee.
Where were they?
I think they were getting alcohol. I'm pretty sure because they were planning to go to Rock Bar, which is this club. But I locked myself in my room, waiting for somebody to come home. I was, you know, just chilling.
Did you text them like, "Hey, I'm here"? Like
I texted Michelle and said, "Hey, where are you at?" And they ended up coming home not too long after that and just saying, we're going to Rock Bar, like, get ready, like, we're going to the club. And I was like, okay, like, what's Rock Bar? Because I had no idea. I remember telling them, you know, I've never been to a club or a bar in my life, and that was something that all the guys said was really hot. They were like, that's so hot. You've never been to a club or a bar, like, we're taking your bar virginity, like, things like that. Yeah, I never drank publicly. Like that was something that was kind of scary to me, especially in that moment. Like I had drank before, obviously, like in high school, and we'd have parties here and there, but this was something like completely different. But we ended up getting ready, going to Rock Bar, and for that entire week, it was just so fun, and it was positive, and OnlyFans wasn't brought up to me. It was just
So basically, chat, what's happening right here is she's telling the truth about she just came to Florida and they're all going out. But it's gonna get into where it starts getting heated.
all of us drinking, and for the first time in my life, I drank heavily. And the same goes for everybody. I think, we were all intoxicated. I think for that
like also maybe when you go into a situation and I'm not saying it applies to everyone. Like I'm not saying this applies to everybody, but in a common situation, you drink to let loose to become better friends.
Okay. Absolutely.
It was easy. It's easier to take a couple drinks, a couple shots, and then have a fucking conversation than it is to just enter a little bar and be like, Jesus Christ. So, last time I saw you, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, obviously everyone's gonna get...
Yeah, it was definitely the icebreaker.
Get ready to go. She said yes.
I believe was that.
Alright, chat. Well, I'm gonna go off here. I gotta go somewhere. But, yeah, basically, that's basically what's going on with McKinley. I'll see you later, chat.